Mr. Tullock.
Well?
Another letter from Washington, the War Department.
Yelling again, eh? What did they say this time?
The Secretary of Aviation says that the Tullock SL-6s are not holding up in combat service at the front and that...
Never mind that. I've heard it all before. The Secretary can't say they're not holding up to specifications, can he?
No.
Business is business, even with the government.
Yes.
The government has a contract with me for the production of so many planes per month.
They have, Mr. Tullock?
And that number of planes is being shipped regularly to France, isn't it?
They are, Mr. Tullock.
All right.
How shall I answer them?
Oh, tell them to. Tell them we all make mistakes. That's why they're having a war.
Yes.
It looks like Jeff! Captain, it's Jeff up there, look! Come on, get the meat wagon! Get him! Hurry up, boys. Get him out of there. Come on, boys. Come on. Hurry. Yes. Take him on over. Get away from that. How is he, Captain?
Well, he's still alive. I got it in the back of the head. Looks like a fractured skull.
Here she comes. Come on, boys, let's get him in. Left pilot, take him away. Another defective rudder bolt.
Oh, that's the third one this month.
Those lousy Tullock traits.
Yeah, everyone has something the matter with them.
They're all flying coffins.
Pull yourself together, pal. We don't care what these army sawbones say. You're going to get back your sight.
I'm not kidding myself. If I'd have gotten it in action, it wouldn't be so bad. Tullock's the cause of this. I'd like to kill that guy.
All the war's over, Jeff. Forget it. And Tullock's just another one of those profiteers. Forget him, too.
Can you see Mary down there?
Oh, now listen, Jeff. You're not going through with that crazy idea, are you?
I've got to, Jimmy. I can't go back to her this way.
But if she loves you, what difference will it make?
No, Jimmy. I thought it all over. My way is the best.
Maybe so. The boy, you sure put me in a tough spot.
You're my pal, aren't you?
Why, yes.
Then tell her I died on the way home, and they buried me at sea.
Okay, I'll tell her. You wait here till I get back.
Where's Jeff?
Jeff,
Isn't he with you? What? Well, where is he?
Mary,
Didn't he come?
Gee, Mary, you're sure looking swell.
Jimmy! What is it? Tell me.
Hello there. Come on, Mary, let's get out of this crowd.
Oh, but Jimmy.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Look at her, buddy.
That's my girl out there. Ain't she swell?
She sure is. You bet she is. All right, Annie, I'll be right down.
Oh, it's tough, kid. But he might have come back all smashed up, Mary.
What difference would that have made?
I guess it wouldn't.
When I got the letters you wrote for him, oh, I should have realized it was more serious. And they buried him at sea. They wouldn't even bring him home. War. What do they care about us? Oh, what's the use?
Oh, but Mary, can I...
Oh, stand your tracks, missus. You're slipping. Oh, Mary better than that. What? Of course she won't step. You've tried often enough to take her out, haven't you? What? No, she's not here. Down meeting her heavy sweetie. Yeah, the one she's crazy about. The aviator. Sure, she's going to marry him. Yes, no, but I'll be seeing you. So long.
What is it, kid? Didn't he come? Well, the nerve of the big stiff. After writing to you and getting you all hopped up. Oh, Cassie, what's the use? All right, have it out. I'm here. You've got me anyhow. So he didn't show up, eh? Well, that's the way men do. They make a girl love him, and what does it mean to him? Nothing. Believe me, I know. Don't, Cassie, don't. Men ain't worth it, I tell you. Use them and forget them. Cassie, don't. Jeff is dead. What? Oh, well, you loved him, didn't you? Gee, you poor little kid. You poor kid.
If you'll give him 24 hours more to raise the balance of that money.
You tell Mr. Daniels to have that money in possession of his plant.
Yes, sir. Mr. Tullock, I beg your pardon, but Mr. Daniels is pretty desperate.
A man shouldn't sit in a game he can't play.
But, you know, a man in his condition might... You mean suicide?
Well, if he's that kind of a weakling, the world is better off without him. You phone the airport. Tell him to have my cabin job on the line in half an hour.
Yes, Mr. Tullock.
What do you make of it, Jeff? It's number 5 that's cutting out. Boy, I gotta hand it to you. You got a great aim for trouble. Yeah? I guess when the lamps go out, the ears come on. How straight is this? Oh, just one of the company ships. I wish it were Tullock. I'd like to have a chance to work on one he goes up in. Oh, forget it, Jeff. Feeling like that won't get you one thing we've got to do. We've got to keep our jobs, save up enough jack for an operation. So I haven't given up hope, pal. Does Tullock ever come here? No. This is just another one of the airports to him. You'll tell me if he does, won't you, Jimmy? Yeah. I'll get some new plugs. Watch out for that stick. Okay. I just want to rub it up some more to make sure. All right. Watch yourself now.
How do you do, Mr. Tullock?
My ship ready?
I think it is, Mr. Tullock.
You think it is? I gave orders to have it ready a half an hour ago.
But there seems to be something wrong with the motor, sir.
Oh. What's the matter here?
Just needs a new plug. Got a cigarette?
Say, what's wrong with you? Well, you're blind.
Well, how'd you guess it?
Blind and working on a motor.
I still have my ears, haven't I?
Well, I'll be...
You would if you were in my spot. Well, am I going to get that cigarette?
Oh, of course. Here.
Thanks.
Here's the light.
Thanks again.
How did it happen?
These? A guy named Tullock gave me these.
What?
Yeah. I think I'd like to kill him.
Oh. You'd like to kill him, eh?
Wouldn't you if you were like this? The dirty profiteer.
It happened in the war.
And a Tullock flying coffin. Ever hear of him?
I've heard of him. Tell me, boy, is there any chance of getting back your sight?
No.
How do you know there isn't?
Now, don't kid me, buddy. Where'd I get the money?
Will you let me give it to you?
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Smith.
What's the big idea?
I'm just a man who takes his hat off to Guts when he sees him. And you've got him.
I don't get you.
Well, you'll understand later if you let me help you. How about it?
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith.
What? Oh, hello, Jimmy. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy, who is this guy? He wants to help me. What's the idea? I don't get him. Is he kidding me?
You're not kidding, are you, Mr. Smith?
Of course not.
I think it's on the level, Jeff. You know, Mr. Smith has more of this world goods than he knows what to do with. Isn't that right?
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
You can say anything you want to if the operation is a success.
And if not?
He can't be any worse off than he is, can he? You take him to Dr. Schuyler this afternoon. He's in the professional building. And tell him I sent you. Understand?
Yes, Mr. Smith.
See you later, boy. Jimmy, get the plane ready. I'll be back soon.
Okay, sir. Well, what do you think of that, Jeff? Is that a break?
What did Mary look like when you saw her, Jimmy?
Well, now I'll tell you. It's like this.
Oh, I'm really quite willing to test, but where can I find company? I just can't seem to find a man who give me the right attention. Oh, snap out of it, Mary. It ain't a funeral we're going to, and singing the blues won't get you a thing anyway.
I wish I could get you a slant, Cassie, but somehow I can't.
Moping for someone that's gone will only give you a wrinkle. What you need to do is to step out. Forget.
All right. Tonight I'll be the life of the party.
Well, you better, because this guy Tullock likes them lively. And besides, being paid to have a good time ain't so tough, dearie.
What are you supposed to do at these private parties?
Oh, just be yourself. Kid 'em along.
And if some guy gets fresh with you, just bust him in the nose.
And what then?
Well, you will never get invited again. But if you make a hit, there's no telling what it might lead to. I'm really quite willing to pet, but where can I find company? I just can't seem to find a man.
Here's a dandy.
Let's hear it, Jim.
Little Willie said to his mother, "Hey, Mom, now that I know that there ain't any Santa Claus," he said, "give me the lowdown on Easter, will you?"
That's a dandy, Jimmy.
I think it's a fib.
Surely is.
Hello, Jimmy.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Jeff. How do you feel?
Fine, Mr. Smith.
Oh, Doctor, what do you think?
It's difficult to tell in this case. As you know, the skull fracture is over the occipital lobe of the brain, which contains the visual center.
Well, never mind that. What are the chances?
Well, I'd say a little better than even.
Do you hear that, Jeff?
Yes, Mr. Smith. I'll do my share.
That's the spirit. Have you everything you want? Is there anything you need?
You might bring me some newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to see what my nurse looks like.
Fine boy, Doctor.
The spirit is often half the battle.
Well, Jeff, I'll be in tomorrow when I can spend more time with you. My house is filled with company tonight. Oh, by the way, Doctor, you're coming.
I may be a little late, but I'll be there.
Don't fail. Oh, Miss Brown, you'll take good care of Jeff?
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. Good night, Jeff. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Smith. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah?
Isn't he a great guy?
Yeah. Say, listen, I got another one here I want to read you.
Let's have it.
Mr. Tullock is a man of great influence, isn't he?
Yes, and he's made many millionaires.
He hasn't anything on me.
Another pretty girls here tonight.
Yes. One big family. Sisters under the gin.
You were at the party last night.
And how?
How'd you find yourself this morning?
Oh, I just looked under the table and there I was. Were you there? Considerably. I don't remember you. You should. What did you wear? Oh, my gown was checked. Oh, I must have left before the party got rough.
Do I like it? Especially after what a big
Now, don't get competitive.
the old top of the house.
Keep it away. Oh, I like it. I
I say, Doctor, give us your diagnosis, will you?
From careful observation, I have found that the weaker sex is often the stronger sex because of the weakness of the stronger sex for the weaker sex.
Very good. Oh, very good.
Weak spirits of niter. Get a load of this. 100 berries. Woo! Come through, Mama. Woo, what do you think of that?
Don't you like oranges?
Why, yes, Mr. Tullock. Thank you. Thanks. I guess I will.
What do you say, boys and girls? The other room. Doctor. Oh, Doctor. You know...
Come on, snap out of it. You haven't said a word all evening.
I'm doing my best.
Listen, I'm chucking you to the lions and going off on a hunt of my own.
But Cassie...
And after the operation...
Oh, yes, it must have been most remarkable.
It was, I assure you.
Excuse me, please.
lovely time.
Yes? Well, I'll tell you a secret. I'm not.
No?
No. But you could do something about that.
Yes?
Yes. Let's leave these people. Oh, just for a little while. Let's go somewhere where we can talk.
I mean...
Come on.
You and I are going to be pals.
Well, I hope so.
Well, let's dance.
All right.
Oh, my wife never did understand me.
Yes, I know just how you must have suffered.
Oh, but why did she say no? Yeah, why?
Oh, come here.
No, on account of my business. What's the matter?
I just wanted to take time out to tell you what a wonderful dancer you are.
Oh, well, I'm a little out of practice right now.
No. No one would ever suspect it.
No? Let's dance.
I'm not kidding, Mr. Tullock. Why should I?
Well, it all depends on whom you're trying to kid, doesn't it?
Why, I suppose it does.
Do you sing?
That's my ambition.
Well, perhaps I can help you. Sing something.
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Anything.
Tullock, the fast worker. You've got your friend singing to him already.
Oh, yeah? He won't get to first base with her, big boy.
I'll always cherish you were so dear to me. I'll never forget my fondest love for thee will never perish. 'Tis one sweet memory I'll never forget. Though someone may replace you, no one can ever efface you. My heart perhaps I'll give, because I'm lonely, but in my soul you'll be. I'll never forget.
You know, Mary, that's not a bit bad. Why, you've got a lot of feeling in your voice.
Thank you, Mr. Tullock.
Now, I would suggest that you let me take you to this friend of mine. Oh, he's a marvelous singing teacher. He's done wonderful things with the voice.
He and Johnny were tonight. Oh, Lordy, how they could now. Just as true as the stars above, he was her man. But he did her wrong. Frankie went down to the corner and herself a dear bed. She said that that man goes above as my other man believed he was her man. But he did her wrong. And a girl, baby.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tullock. I'm really not interested.
Yes? It seems to me I've heard that before.
Shall we go in with the others?
Wait a minute. You live with Cassie, don't you?
Why, yes.
Well, all right. Anyway, I think you're very lovely.
Thank you.
You know, my wife likes to have me attend these parties.
Oh, really? Of course she knows she could trust you.
Yeah. She don't know everything.
Now. I think you're really bad.
Oh, not bad. Say, will we dance some more?
Yes. Of course. I'll be glad to.
I thought you would. Come on.
Nothing.
Well, you must have done something.
What's the matter with her?
What do you mean?
Is she trying to play me for a sucker?
I don't see why. But whatever she said to you, I'm sure she must have meant it.
Yes? Well, I don't think she meant it. That ladylike stuff might get over with some people, but not with me.
Well, she's really on the level, Mr. Tullock.
Yes? Cassie, I want you to do something for me. You know I like Mary, and I can help her.
Have you gone into show business, Mr. Tullock? Because if you have,
No. I haven't gone into the show business yet. But if Mary wanted me to, you understand?
Oh, I get it, Mr. Tullock. And Mary's got a swell voice.
I know. Cassie, you get her to come back here and see me tomorrow night.
I'll do my best, Mr. Tullock.
About 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Everything is ready, sir.
Did the orchids come?
Yes, sir.
Remember, Moles, I don't want to be disturbed.
Quite right, sir.
I'll answer it. Where's Mary?
Oh, well, aren't you going to invite me in, Mr. Tullock?
Why, certainly. Come in. Where is she?
Oh, Mary, yes, of course.
Why isn't she here?
Well, it's this way, Mr. Tullock. I did the best I could, but she wouldn't listen.
Well, didn't you tell her I'd make it worth her while?
That's just the trouble.
Well, I'll be...
Well, aren't you going to ask me to take off my hat?
Yes. Take it off.
How's it for a cigarette?
Oh, there's some there. Well, she's a new one on me, all right.
Oh, Mr. Tullock.
Yes?
Won't I do?
No. No, I guess not, Cassie.
What's the matter with me?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Only you see Mary, well... By Jove, she meant it, too.
Well, I guess I'll be on my merry way.
Oh, wait a minute. Here.
Then you do.
Oh, no, Cassie, that's for something you did for me.
Well, what have I done?
You opened my eyes. How did Mary happen to become a chorus girl?
Well, she has good legs and...
Oh, I don't mean that. Who are her people? Where did she come from?
Say, Mary's refined, Mr. Tullock. Just because the girl works for...
Was she always like she was last night?
Of course.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Good night, Cassie.
Here's your hat. What's your hurry, eh? Shall I give Mary your best?
Cassie, you can give Mary my love.
You mean it?
Yes.
You're not married, are you? Honest?
Honest.
Well, can you beat that?
I'll see you to the door.
You know something, Mr. Tullock? Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all.
Thanks, Cassie. Good night.
Good night. Mary, do you realize what all this means coming from a man like John C. Tullock? Why, he must be crazy about you. What of it? What of it? Say, are you just dumb or plain crazy? I'm going to have your head examined. You ain't normal.
Maybe I'm not.
I'll say you're not. Why, if I were in your place... But then things like this never happened to me. It ain't as if he was propositioning you, Mary. He wants to marry you. It's legal. Don't you get it?
I don't love him, Cassie. I don't think I could ever love anyone again.
There you go, harping on the past again. Give a tumble to the future, kid. Tullock is one of the biggest men in this country. He's got millions.
I know it, Cassie. Maybe you're right. You only live once, don't you?
I'll say. And when you got a chance like this to...
You know, Jimmy, there's a big future in aviation. It's Smith certainly thinks so. And if he wants to back us, that wouldn't be accepting charity. It'd be his money against our experience, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. If my limbs don't come back.
Oh, shut up, will you? I told you everything is going to be all right.
What, old boy, we'll know in 2 weeks, won't we, huh?
I'll say.
I've got it all planned out. The first person I want to see is Smith and thank him. And then I want to see you. And then you'll start looking for Mary, won't we, Jimmy, huh?
Kind of forgotten about Tullock, haven't you?
No, I haven't forgotten. Getting my sight back won't change what he did to me. It'll just give me a chance to get him.
Oh, now get your mind off of that, will you? We'll be too busy.
I won't be. What are you reading, Jimmy?
What? Oh, the paper.
Anything interesting?
Yeah, the fights last night. Must have been a good one.
Well, who won?
Donovan in the 8th.
Gosh, it must have been great. I'd like to have seen that. Who else fought, Jimmy?
Did you rest well last night, Mary?
Yes, thank you.
Mary,
Yes,
do you know what day this is?
Thursday, isn't it?
We've been married just a month today.
Oh, thank you.
Is that all?
I'm doing my best, John.
Am I?
I don't understand.
Mary, I've always been used to winning. It's become a habit with me. And now that I'm up against the biggest fight of my life, I'm not going to give in. I'm going to win you. You're going to love me.
I hope so, John.
You're going to.
But not that way.
No?
John, have you ever stopped to think it might have been better if you'd lost a few times?
Better?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you mean. I've got it. I've always taken. But now I'm going to give, and you're going to help me. Hospitals first, then schools, scientific research. Oh, there's no end to what we can do. Think of it. The John C. Tullock Hospital. The John C. Tullock School for the... well, say for the blind. Mary, you're right. I've been all wrong.
You don't understand yet, John C. Tullock.
Oh, but I do.
No, you don't. But you're rather a dear just the same.
Hello, pal. Well, today's the day.
Yes, Jimmy. Has Smith come yet?
No, not yet. But take it easy, kid. No sense in getting nervous.
You know, it's something like the first time I went up solo.
Well, you made it okay, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you'll make it okay this time, too.
Good afternoon, Jimmy.
How are you, Doc?
Hello, Jeff. Here we are.
Where's Mr. Smith, Doctor?
He be here. Now, don't worry.
You're not going to take him off until he comes, are you, Doctor?
No, Jeff. No, let's lower the shades, please. This way, Jeff.
Well, well. All ready to go? Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
Nervous?
A little.
Don't be. I've a feeling everything is going to be all right. What do you think, Doctor?
I hope so.
And if it isn't, remember I'm still back of you.
Thanks, Mr. Smith. Well, Mr. Smith.
Well?
Jimmy, what is it? Oh, now don't worry. Everything's under control.
Well, what is it?
Say, if he can see, are you going to tell him who you are?
Will you leave that to me?
I know, but you know how he feels about you. Not Smith, but you.
That's my responsibility.
Okay.
Jimmy, what's the matter?
Nothing at all, pal. Everything is okay.
Are you ready to go ahead, Doctor?
Yes.
Doctor, there's just one thing more. If it comes back, I'd like to see Mr. Smith first.
I think that can be arranged.
I'm right here, boy.
Mr. Smith, would you mind standing back just a little further, please?
Very well.
Thanks.
Are you all set, Jeff?
I'm ready.
Contact, pal. Switch on.
Remember now, the room has been darkened, Jeff. So if it doesn't come at first, don't be impatient. Here we go.
Jimmy, I can't.
Take it easy, boy.
White. Something white.
Jeff!
He discerns light. He sees light.
Doctor, Mr. Smith.
Steady, boy. Steady.
Hand.
It's moving. Jimmy, I can see.
Can he, Doctor?
Yes.
Is it clearing?
I can see. Mr. Smith.
Right straight ahead of you, boy.
You're Mr. Smith.
Jimmy!
You're looking right at me, pal.
And you're the doctor.
Yes.
And that's Miss Brown, the nurse you wanted to see. Mr. Smith,
Just a minute, Jeff. Will you leave us together for a while? Sit down, Jeff. Jeff, I've got to tell you something now, and you've got to take it.
But, Mr. Smith,
Listen, in the first place, my name's not Smith.
I don't care what your name is.
You will, boy, when you hear it.
But what difference does it make?
It'll make a lot of difference to you.
Who are you?
John C. Tullock.
Tullock?
That's it. You wanted to kill me.
So you're Tullock.
What are you going to do about it?
What can I do about it?
Forget everything a man named Smith did for you. You're talking to Tullock now. Well?
Why did you do this for me?
Because I wanted to.
And you knew what I was going to do to you?
Certainly. You think I was afraid of you?
It isn't fair.
Why isn't it? I gave you back your sight, didn't I?
Well, that's just it.
Well, do you want to kill me now? Then we're friends? You and Smith were friends, weren't you? Why not you and Tullock? Very well, Jeff. I guess I don't blame you much. The trouble with me is I started too late to try to make up for a lot of mistakes. Yet we all make 'em. You'll make a lot of 'em, boy. Take it from me before you're through.
Was the flying coffin a mistake?
Yes, it was.
I wasn't the only one that got it. Bradbury, Ives, Mallison, Porter, and all the rest of them. My friends. You might as well have shut them down.
Don't say that.
And you did it for money.
Well, my money won't bring them back, will it, Jeff?
What?
That's the answer, isn't it? Listen. It's Smith talking now for his friend Tullock. He's not offering any apologies. He's not making any excuses. Tullock was a profiteer, yes. What's done can't be undone. He's only asking you to put yourself in Tullock's place. Supposing you controlled industries all over the country. Industries working under full pressure of the war. John C. Tullock made mistakes. Well, he admits it.
And you mean he didn't know what he was sending over?
He only knew what he was getting for it. He didn't know he was building up something that he thought he controlled, but which controlled him.
I never thought of it that way.
A lot of people still think John C. Tullock's a big man. Smith doesn't. I've lived longer with my mistakes than you have with yours, boy.
Mr. Tullock.
I think that's long enough for the first time, Mr. Smith.
Tullock's the name, eh, Jeff?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
We may have to take it a little easy at first, Jeff. But tomorrow, you can keep these off a little longer. Miss Brown, you can put up the shades.
I say, boy, can I have that time tomorrow? You see, Doctor, I want him to come to my home and meet Mrs. Tullock. He can, can't he?
I don't see why not.
Good. I'll send for you at 7.
Thanks, Mr. Tullock.
And now, Doctor, I'd like to have a few words with you.
Gladly.
It's great, isn't it, Jimmy?
Why, yes.
And it's okay you're not telling me who he was. I'm glad you didn't, pal.
Yeah.
Of course, there's one thing about going to his house tomorrow night. You know, I wanted to start in looking for Mary.
Mary?
Sure, you're going to help me find her, aren't you, Jimmy?
Why, yes, of course. Don't you think you ought to wait until the glimmers get a little brighter?
So, Dr. Schuyler says about 3 weeks more, eh?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. Jeff, I have great plans for you. In the first place, I want you to be my personal pilot.
That'll be fine, Mr. Tullock.
I want you to grow with me. I'm going to take over your future here and now.
I couldn't be in better hands.
Mr. Tullock, which vermouth shall I use?
Oh, can you beat that? I guess I'd better mix them myself. Excuse me, Jeff. Come on, mules.
Good evening. Why, I'm Mrs. Tullock.
You're Mrs. Tullock?
Why, yes.
Mary.
Jeff!
But I don't get it. You're his wife?
Oh, yes. I didn't know. Jimmy told me that you were...
Yes. I told him to.
You told him to tell me that you were dead?
Yes. You see, it was these. I couldn't marry.
Oh, but why not?
I was blind.
Oh, but you can see now.
Yes. Tullock, your husband, gave it back to me.
Here we are, boys and girls. I see you've met my wife, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, you see, my dear, I was in a position to do something for Jeff. He'd lost his eyesight. Oh, I didn't tell you anything about it. Why, I wanted to keep it a secret. I wanted to do it all by myself, not as John C. Tullock.
Yes.
Well, aren't you pleased?
Why, yes.
Why, Mr. Tullock, I knew Mrs. Tullock before my accident.
Oh, you did? That makes it a reunion. Well, well. Here you are, my dear. Jeff?
Thank you.
To my new pilot. Happy landings, Jeff. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing at all, nothing, Mr. Tullock. Here's how.
Aren't you taking yours, Mary?
I don't think I care for any.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dinner is served, madam.
Shall we go in?
Today. Great. I was up 2 hours yesterday. I'm taking Tullock up this afternoon. Yeah? You know, Jeff, I can't figure why he hasn't realized that you and Mary were more than friends. We'll never tell him. Let's not talk about it, Jimmy. Boy, you're sure sold on him, aren't you? He couldn't help what happened. Here he comes now. Say, where are you going? Oh, I don't know. Just for a little spin, I guess. Oh. Hello, Mr. Tullock. Hi. Fine, Mr. Tullock. How are you?
Fine. Everything all ready?
All set.
Oh, good. What a great day it is. Makes you feel good just to be alive. You better come with us, Jimmy.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Tullock. I'm all tied up.
All right, some other day. Come on, Cap.
Put the blockhouse on me, Jimmy, will you? Okay.
Jeff, the John C. Tullock Mill. Looks different from up here, doesn't it?
Yes.
Over there. That's my railroad. You know, I had a lot of fun getting those properties together.
You own about half the country now.
Yes, I guess I do. Down there is where I live. Not bad for a fellow who started with nothing, eh, Jeff?
I'll say.
What's that over there?
Those white things?
Yes.
Looks like a cemetery. You don't own that, do you, Mr. Tullock?
No, I don't own that, Jeff.
Which way now?
Oh, anywhere. Jeff.
Yes?
I want to talk to you about Mary. You and Mary were engaged, weren't you?
Yes.
You still love her, don't you?
Yes. Did she?
No, she didn't have to tell me, Jeff. I've tried hard, but I guess John C. Tullock has been too much for me.
You've got everything, Mr. Tullock.
Everything but what I want. Money won't do it, boy. Go out over the ocean.
All right, sir.
I'll be turned back.